Hello, everybody, and welcome into another series preview here at the Hockey Writers. We are into round two, even though round two will start before potentially round one is over, but that's how it goes. We have some games potentially going to game sevens. So some long series, some short series, like one of the ones that we're going to kind of recap a little bit here. Minnesota Wild, Colorado Avalanche going up against each other in the second round. We've got, of course, the Avs quick work of the LA Kings done really quickly. I don't know. I didn't anticipate a sweep. I thought they were going to win at least one game, but didn't end up happening. The Avalanche pulled that off, and then you've got the Wild went to 6 games. Maybe it was been in question for a little bit, but they ended up winning. Quinn Hughes having the 2-goal game in the final series.
Thanks, Matt.
There. So there we go. I took a bit of that. I would have a quick recap on both ones, and may not have to do that segment. But I'll start with you, Zach. Journey to the second round for the Avs. I mean, like I mentioned, sweep against the Kings. What did you see from the Avalanche in that first round?
I mean, I know I predicted them in 5 because I thought the Kings, like you said, were going to take at least one. And I mean, it was just honestly the Colorado Avalanche is doing Colorado Avalanche things. I mean, yeah, there's a couple close games. I know game 4 was kind of a would you call it a blowout? I don't know. I mean, it's, you're talking about, the same guys doing their thing. Nathan McKinnon gets 4 points. Gabriel Landeskog got 4 points. I mean, Kel McCarr, even Nick Waugh surprised a lot of people, got 3 points in that series, and I think he's like a third line guy, but he really showed out. I mean, Martin Necas was kind of quiet, got 2 points, none of them were goals, but and I mean, you look at the goaltending. I mean, are you really surprised? I mean, Scott Wedgwood, 121 goals against and a .950 save percentage, with the fact that he didn't even get a shutout, but only gave up 5 goals the entire series is kind of crazy. So, I mean, it's just, like I said, I was kind of surprised a couple of games were close. I thought the Kings were going to at least take one of them, but in the end, game 4, I think the Avalanche were like, yeah, we're kind of done with this series. We're just going to take care of business. And lo and behold, it's the second sweep of the playoffs right after the Hurricane. So it's just kind of, I kind of felt like that was just another Avalanche series. They took care of business, and it was like, we thought it was going to be short. Didn't realize it was going to be that short.
Yeah. I think I predicted 5 games in my prediction or the predictions in the last series preview. So yeah, I was wrong, but I mean,
so I said 5 too. So we were both wrong.
So yeah, we're both wrong. So Mariah, I mean, Wild going to the second round for the first time in a long time. We keep getting them and getting exits in the first round. This time they beat the Stars, and the Stars were anticipated to go to at least the conference final. They seem to be getting there a lot, but the Wild are a strong team, and Quinn Hughes stepped up in that last game. So what do you see from the Wild in their first series win in a while?
Well, I have to say, I was a little disappointed that the Avalanche ended Kopi's career.
Yeah,
I was upset about that. But
yeah.
And Matt, I was thanking you more for just Quinn Hughes. not necessarily the recap, just Quinn Hughes. But I have to have a moment before I get into this too much for our beautiful rally towels. Like, these are freaking amazing. I have 3. And this one I just have to really show because this one was like putting a Hartman on there. That's with Texas. This choice. And then, of course, my personal favorite. No one will be surprised with this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're a little surprised. Like, we got them in the first game, and then the second game they didn't give them, and we're like, oh, maybe they're done. Then we got them again. So, but anyway, I was not expecting game 1. All of a sudden, I was actually at work for that game, so we had it on the TV. And all of a sudden, I'm looking, and I think at one point it was 4-0, and I'm just like, I was very pleased, but I'm like, okay, what is going on? And when's the other shoe going to drop?
Yeah.
Well, that shoe partially dropped in games 2 and 3 when the Wild were back to reality, and Dallas was more Dallas than they were in game 1. I will say, seeing this team over the last few years, Dallas is not the same. Not that they're not very skilled. They're extremely skilled. Jason Robertson is a freaking beast, and he scared me multiple times this series. But they aren't the team they used to be. And the Wild are not the team they used to be. They've kind of flipped. Like it was, and it for us, it was very nice to see. Not gonna lie, last night, Wild get the 1-0 lead, and I'm like, okay, they're playing really good. Like, can this keep going? Second period, that was not okay. Dallas stormed back, took the lead, and I'm like, all right. Do I really have to accept the fact we're probably going to game 7 and this is going to be the end? That's the whole Minnesota fan base curse.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm sure a lot of fan bases feel like they're cursed because winning is very difficult in this league. But if you've followed Minnesota teams, pretty much all of them have some sort of bubble around them. And then the Wild in the third, like I knew they could. I just wasn't sure if they would. Then they came in the third and just stormed back. Quinn Hughes, Matt Boldy. Matt Boldy was on a mission last night. Like, that man would not stop till he scored. And then when he scored, he wanted another one. So he did back-to-back empty net goals. And that kind of sent Dallas on their way. And I shed a small tear because it was like, oh my God, this team can actually do it. First time in 11 years. And it was, that building was the loudest I think I've ever heard it since I was a child. So it was amazing, and I'm really hoping this is the running joke now is like, okay, well, we haven't been past the second round in 23 years. So I'm like, okay, let's not make that the new saying. Let's keep this on a roll and let's use this to our advantage. So
it's been that long, 11 years. That's they just keep getting. They're making the playoffs. They've made the playoffs, and
they're good enough to do that.
Can't get past the first round, so it's great doing a series preview beyond the first round.
It's new for me.
Yeah, it's not new for Zach. We've been here before.
The Frost have done it twice. The Frost have done it twice.
Hey, wait, this is a Frost household over here, so I'm on that train. So I feel it.
All right, let's jump into this series now. I mean, lots of storylines galore. I'll name one right now. Probably going to be mentioned, but Quinn Hughes versus Cale Makar. I mean, two of the best defensemen in the league going up against each other. I always love seeing these two guys play against each other, and it's because it's just back and forth. The two great defensemen. Then you've got Brock Faber on one side. You got Devon Taves on the other. There's another great two-way defenseman there. So yeah, lots of stuff to talk about, really. So Zach, what's some big storylines heading into here?
I'm really looking at, can the goaltending kind of stay up to where it was? Like I said, you gave up 5 goals in the first round of the LA Kings, but in my opinion, just catching glimpses of the Wild Star series. I mean, the Wild, no offense to the Kings, but I think the Wild just have more talent, more depth overall, great defense. And I mean, even the goaltending too. I feel like the Wild are going to be a more interesting matchup for the Avalanche. Like I said, you're looking at Scott Wedgwood. Can you do it again against, Matt Boldy, Kirill Kaprizov, the Felinos, like you said, Faber, Quinn Hughes. It's kind of scary when you really look at the Minnesota Wild lineup. You're like, okay, this guy gets scored, that guy gets scored, that guy gets scored, that guy can play defense. So I think, it's just, can the defense kind of stick to their thing? And like you said earlier, Matt, can the Avalanche keep doing what they've been doing all season and just putting it to teams? Because, obviously they're really known for their run and gun, and, the depth is a little bit better than it has been. It's just, can you get that depth scoring to do its thing too? Because when you got, you got looking at Connor, Jack Drury, you're looking at, Kim Brock Nelson going, you're looking at Nazem Kadri. It's like you're looking at a lot of these guys that are, not your, Niches and Makars and McKinnons and stuff like that. Like, now you're really going to have to look at your depth. Can your depth really stick up? Because, Terry Lehkonen and McKinnon and Landeskog all got 4 points. You had, like I said, Nick Waz got 3. Devon Taves had 3. Cale Makar had 2. Like, you're looking at a lot of these guys. Can your depth, along with your star players, stay rolling? And can your defense kind of be the thing? And can goaltending be there? And also, that The power play needs to get going for the Avalanche because you cannot be this talented and be at I think they're like third to last. I think Buffalo finally scored a power play goal after going like 0 for 20 or whatever that crazy stat was. But even then, the Avalanche were like, I think ahead of the Ottawa Senators were like 4.8%. So I'm looking at can the power play get going? That's what the Avalanche really need right now because, yeah, you kind of did quick work of the LA Kings, but I don't think the Wild are going to be a team that you're going to be like, oh, okay, it's the Minnesota Wild. We can just go up there and roll them. No, not in this instance. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Can goaltending, depth, and power play, are you going to get rolling against this Minnesota Wild team? Because they got some guys on that team. They got some guys that can be very scary if you don't take care of business.
For sure. I mean, they got a lot of star power. The center depth is still a thing. I mean, that's comparatively to both rosters. They don't have a Nathan McKinnon up, centering the top line. But I mean, yeah, they've got a lot of star players that can match up against the Avs, probably more so this season than any other that they have gone against each other in the past, right? So. Mariah, what about the Wild? I mean, like I say, they've got their forwards that really were really good in the first round, and their depth guys like Michael McCarron, I think was really good as well, and he's a playoff guy. So, what are you seeing for storylines heading in?
You said Big Mac just because you know how much of a fan I am of his now. Well, special teams was going to be my main thing because. Zach, you complained about the Avalanche's power play. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, the Wild!
Yeah, they're both bad.
And the amount of talent the Wild had, like Quinn Hughes. My goodness, Matt. Okay, again, I know I've said this. I knew he was good when we got him. I saw another level during the regular season. That's like, okay, this guy is even better than I thought. Postseason, like last night, I was just like. What planet is this guy on? Like, how is he? He dipsy doodle Dallas, and he just I'm like sitting there watching, like, hey, he's gonna go around and he's gonna lose the puck because that's what they do. Nope, he managed to just go around like 3-4, and I'm just looking at him like, he's like a wrecking ball. It's just like, okay, everyone I shouldn't say wrecking ball. He's more like everybody they can't even get close to him because he's just.
He's very slippery.
Yeah, and no wonder he falls down all the time. He cuts his edges so sharp. It's like, oh my goodness. But yeah, the power play, I think game 5, they might have finally scored one. I'm trying to remember. I know Dallas scored like every single time they had one, it felt like. And that's the typical Dallas-Minnesota matchup. That goes back seasons. Like Dallas just can do it. And the PK needs to be better. The Wild I'm pretty sure, all my regular season stats are just gone because it's just been ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure their PK was actually pretty solid for majority of the year. But again, Dallas exploited that too. So, and I mean, McCarron and Marcus Foligno were a pair. And a lot of people were criticizing the side, like you're putting two really big guys on the PK, they can't move. While I did see a little bit of that with Dallas, the other key with that was they have the reach. So they can just poke check that puck right away. And McCarron did that a lot. So it's not going to work all the time because you're just going to get caught. But the power play and the PK, I'm not sold on. I'm quite nervous on that, but the Wild, the biggest thing against Dallas, they proved that they are disciplined. Dallas did everything, Jamie Benn, to antagonize. I'm not going to get into the reffing situation because it was both sides, but Matt Boldy, Kirill Kaprizov, and I can't think of the third person. I'm pretty sure at least 3 players took cross checks to either the neck or Ryan Hartman was the other one. And Hartman, especially when he got cross checked to the kidney and the back of the neck, I thought for sure he was going to just turn around and lose his mind. he curled up in a ball and let Dallas keep going. And I was like, he did end up getting it unsportsmanlike, so I'm sure he said something in the end that he shouldn't have said. But at that point, I'm kind of like, as long as Dallas got the extra, I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
But they proved, like 3 years ago, was it when we faced Dallas last? Matt, you probably remember, I've said this multiple times.
Yeah.
I lost my mind on the Wild when they constantly just let Dallas win the bat. Like, yes, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand getting not calls for your side, whatever, getting hit, getting cheap hits, just letting everybody push your buttons. But you are getting paid nicely to skate away.
Yeah.
You need to just skate away. Even if they don't get the call, the refs are going to get sick of it eventually, and they will start calling it. Dallas stopped getting the diving call, or like Rantanen especially was picked on for it, that he like just throws himself. And I didn't really believe it until last night when I thought they whistled for a penalty. It was delayed offsides. And he just like threw himself. And I'm just like, okay. But the refs didn't call it. So, and that's, I mean, I don't know that Colorado is that type of team where they push the buttons like that. But I have more confidence that the Wild will just let it slide off and keep. They're very business-like. They don't even they didn't complain about any, like they easily could have complained in the locker room after, like, well, those calls didn't go for us, blah, 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 even in their losses, and they didn't. They're like, well, it's hockey. It happens. Next game.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, discipline is huge. And I mean, there have been penalties being called in the playoffs, quite a few. And that's a big story across the league with the officiating. So, it's going to be big. And I mean, both teams don't have good power plays, but they should have good power plays. And if you give them chances, I mean, eventually that's going to bite you. So, special teams, both sides looks like it's going to be big to watch going into this one. To see if one of them can maybe be better at them. So we'll see. All right, quick fire round now. And players to watch. I mean, of course, we mentioned quite a few stars there and some depth guys. Zach, who are you watching going into this series for the Avalanche? Lots of guys, but who are you particularly looking at?
I'm always going to go to my bread and butter pick. It's the captain, Gabriel Landeskog, because he's tied for goals, assists, points through the first round. I mean, he's the heart and soul of this team. Like, if there was a big boost last year when they got him in the playoffs after missing the last, I think, 3 seasons. Now this year you had him for the full year. He was out for a little bit due to injury, but you had a season with Landeskog, and now you got him for the playoffs, building on top of that. So I'm always looking out for him because he always finds a way to kind of just get these guys going. I'm looking at Nazem Kadri because he surprisingly did not get any penalty minutes in round 1. I'm curious to see, can he carry that over into round 2? And you're talking about guys who get under the skin a little bit. Kadri is one of them, so I'm curious to see how that plays out. I'm looking at Martin Necas. A very quiet first round. Are we going to see him? Because he got 100 points for the first time in his career in the regular season. I know regular season stats don't matter. However, that's a lot of. He's someone who's built on confidence, and I think that should be a thing where you're looking into this round. You want to see him kind of carry that momentum and carry that confidence going, because you really need to get him going too. Because McKinnon's got 4 points, but he's going to need his wingers too to start racking the points up, because you can't just keep relying on one guy scoring all your goals and everyone else is just getting assists. Like, you need those guys to put the pucks in the back of the net too. So I would say those are the 3 I'm looking at. Defensively, I mean, Devontae's. You got a lot of firepower in that Minnesota Wild team that you're going to need to shut down, and he's someone who can do it. So I say those are about 4 guys I'm looking at. An honorable mention, Scott Wedgwood, because Can you do it again?
For sure. I mean, speaking of goaltending, I'm sure Mariah, you'll talk about who I know you said it was going to be Gustafsson to start, but it looks like Jesper Wallsted's taken the crease because he was really good in that. And rookie goaltender, there's already the talk about the Oilers. I mean, they already said it. The Oilers made a mistake not keeping their pick and drafting him, but The Wild have them. So who are you looking at going into this one?
To be fair, I know I said Gus Bus, and I was sold on that because I thought even though the last few games that they'd just throw him in regardless. I never said I was against Wallstead. I would just to say that. I was happy with Wallstead. I was just nervous because that's a lot of pressure to put on a goalie. However, he stood tall. He did amazing. He is fantastic. There were some people saying that, well, are they going to throw Gustafsson in at all? And I kind of was like, why?
Yeah.
Like, playoffs, yes, the Wild have done that in the past. They learned from their mistake. Thankfully, well, at least Hines did. And they're like, nope, we're going with hot hand.
Yeah.
And someone even said, well, if this round goes 6-7 games, don't you want to get Gustafsson in for playing time? And it's like, again, no. They're practicing, they're doing what they need to do. They have to keep Wallstead consistently playing because then it's like that's just how the playoffs work.
If he's not struggling, there's no. I mean, it's not.
There's no reason because then you're gonna throw and goalies. I had cousins that were goalies. I had a best friend that's a goalie. Goalies are very routine people and very creatures of habit. And putting this very nicely, because I love goalies, they're just odd.
Oh, they're weird. Oh, they're 100% weird.
They know it too.
To mess with their routine is not a good idea. So, and I do feel a little bad for Gus because I really do like Gus, but he understands this too. He knows. And I know I'm going to go on a quick side thing. I know people were kind of upset because when they, I think it was the Athletics, said they had asked Gustafsson for an interview about obviously being the number one goalie sitting during the playoffs, and he respectfully declined. They put that in there saying that talk to the guys who are playing. Some people are like, well, I don't want him on the team anymore. It's like, well, one, think of it from his point of view.
Yeah.
He's upset. He should be at at himself because, and I don't want to be like, well, you had played terrible. He didn't play as well as Wallstead.
Yeah.
So, of course he should be upset because that's good. That's a good thing that'll make him want to play better. It's nothing against the team. And the other part of that is he doesn't want to take away from the team.
Yeah.
He just, because if he also does this interview and everyone's like, oh, and says something else and taken out of context, that's all people are going to focus on rather than the guys who are on the ice. And like someone else, one of the writers, I believe, even said, they're like, look, Gustafsson, dang well in the locker room, he's supporting those guys 100%.
Yeah.
He knows the drill. But anyway, back to my regular. So Wallstead, yes, is a player to watch. He's fantastic. And when he kind of had a slip up in game 5, he was letting a lot of rebounds go, which is pretty uncharacteristic of him. Had it a little bit last night. His defense was in there to just get rid of it. And I'm just kind of looking at like, okay, this is like the Mighty Ducks, clear the trash. And I'm like, I loved it. That's immediately what I thought of. And I'm like, this is what you're supposed to do. This when your goalie is clearly either not seeing it as well or struggling or whatever, but not enough to pull them, you need to step up and help them out until they can get their rhythm going. And that's the Wild were just right on, just doing it. And I think they were frustrating Dallas because Dallas had some really strong opportunities where Wallstead was clearly out of the net, and in comes Faber, Hughes, Spurgeon, just nope, we're shutting the door. But as far as players to watch, obviously Wallstead. Boldy, Kaprizov, they're at the top of the points list. Kaprizov hasn't had any spectacular goals, but he's been assisting on pretty much every single one. Yeah. So it's like when you think he's not doing anything, he truly is. Obviously those guys, but McCarron, of course, I would keep watching on Big Mac because that man is literally fulfilling his name. He's a big person, but he can skate and move, and he's scoring goals. Like he's making things happen. The one I would watch is Jonas Brodin. I forgot to mention earlier. Took a puck to the ankle. I want to say supposedly was in a boot and crutches when they left. I didn't see that, but that was the report. Didn't really hear much other than day-to-day at this point. I'm not sure that I wholeheartedly believe that. I don't know. Again, haven't heard anything. I believe the Wild were off today. So, but Jeff Petrie slotted in. I have nothing against Petrie. He was okay last night. I don't think he got a lot of minutes. I'm not sold on that matchup. I know they did it specifically for experience, and that's the way I probably would have gone anyway. But I'm going to say Damon Hunt, because if Brodin's out long term, I think they bring in Hunt at least for a game or two just to see how he transitions. He's very young, but during the regular season, they really liked him. I really liked him. He looked really good. Few mistakes here and there, but those are going to iron out when you're playing more. I mean, look at Brock. Brock Faber's a bad example. he's an exception. Young defensemen that make mistakes early on. Zeeb Bouillon, those guys, it's just with more routine playing time. Even like forwards, Liam Olgren, all those guys, they just need playing time. That stuff will fix itself. Playoffs obviously isn't the exact time you want to do that, but throwing them under the pressure can sometimes surprise you. So I would say those guys. After my tangent, those guys are the ones I'd be watching.
I opened the tangent because I wanted. Well, I said Wallstead right at the beginning, so there we go.
I had to talk about
it is
that.
A big
just
thing.
To be fair.
It is a big thing going into this series for sure. With Wallstead, how he played in that first round for sure. So definitely the goaltending matchup is going to be interesting. Wedgwood versus Wallstead. So we'll see how that goes. All right, X factors. I mean, we've mentioned special teams, we mentioned a few players, but Zach, what's a big X factor for you for the Avalanche coming into this series?
I think it's basically going to be, can your playing style work, and can you also adjust too? Because, like I said, the Wild are a very much different team than the Kings. I think they're a little bit more deeper. They got a little bit more of the talent, and like I said, Avalanche are running gun, but can they find a way to stop Minnesota if Minnesota wants to change the tempo a little bit or put the pressure on, or however they want to do it? So it's just how flexible are you to play in different ways? And they have, but I'm really curious to see what they're going to do it against a team that has the talent to do it. So, like I said, defense, we talked about, Tays, Makar, you're looking at, Sam Malinsky, Brett Kulak. Can these guys find a way to shut the door on Minnesota? Because Minnesota is a proven team that can score. I mean, they outshot the Stars. Like, they took it to them. So can you stop that? So I think defense is going to be one of those X factors. Can your system, can you be flexible with it to match whatever style is going to come your way? And I just think it's going to be another X factor. We've talked about it. It's depth. Can your depth outmaster them? Because that's what it's going to come down to. And basically, it's going to be a who blinks first. Who's going to make the most mistakes, and who is going to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, with the Wild, and like I said, with the skill matchup, I mean, it's pretty even with the top end of the lineup when you're looking at the star players, especially, the emergence of Matt Boldy over the last couple of seasons. He's become in that category, with the not McKinnon level, but that
he's still a problem. He's still a problem. He's a problem in a good way. He's a problem in a good way, but it's just Kaprizov, Boldy, all those guys. Yeah, it's going to be, like I said. Yeah, I mean, Nathan McKinnon's Nathan McKinnon, but even the next tier down, there's still a lot of guys on both sides that can still take that next tier to be like series grabbing guys, or tone setters or stealers, or however you want to call them.
Yeah, and then you got, the defense. I'd say is a pretty big matchup. I mean, with the star players as well. So lots of great stuff there. Yeah, definitely going to be an X factor there. Mariah, what about you for X factors for the Wild? I mean, again, we mentioned a few things that could potentially be, but what do you got?
So I was going to say goaltending. That's obvious.
Yeah.
I was going to say depth too, but it's kind of the same thing, but flipped. Like, Dallas is a gritty, rough, I don't know if rough's the right word, just a gritty, grinding team that just tried to wear you down, and the Wild were able to get through that because they can kind of play that style without completely going that way. Obvious examples being the Felinos.
Yeah.
But they're a whole other story. Yeah. But I was gonna say, just trying to flip, because Colorado, I would believe would be more of a skating team. They're going to have
Mhm.
to keep up with it. They're going to try to tire them out in terms of skating. The Wild did a lot of skating, 6 games, one of them going to double overtime. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the next game goes to overtime. What I was impressed with was the Wild did not show fatigue until probably the beginning of that double overtime. And obviously that's going to be understandable. You're playing a game and a half at that point.
Yeah.
Even the next game, they didn't look super fatigued. They're a pretty well-conditioned team. I'm just wondering if they're as conditioned as the Avs, because the Avs always seem to have a lot of speed.
Yeah.
And that scares me. I was just looking at the season series because I knew we had won some. I knew the Avs had won some. It's interesting. It was 2-2. The Wild lost by a lot, but the Avs lost by a lot. And then the Wild won by like 1 and the Avs won by 1.
Yeah,
so it was
so-
like almost evenly split in terms of how they won and lost their games. It wasn't a landslide towards one team or the other. So it's like, as much as I thought Dallas was a really even-keeled matchup, I would say Colorado, like, looking at it, as much as I love the Wild, I would still put Colorado a little bit ahead. Like this, if the Wild want to win the series, and I know they can, they're going to have to find another level to their game. They're just going to have to. They're going to have to be better than Dallas. They can't, the Dallas series, they can't have those mistakes they did. They can't let up. That's their biggest thing, is they'll get a lead. I don't want to say they step back, but it's more like, oh, we have a lead. We let the other team play their game. The other team scores a goal. No, you just lay it on. I don't care if you score 10. Just put the foot on the gas and just keep going. Don't even look back. Don't give them a chance, because they will find a way back in if you do. And I was going to say my other one would be face-offs. The Wild actually were middle of the pack, upper middle. They had 50.9% face-off wins, which is actually not great in terms of the top teams, but quite impressive for the Minnesota Wild, I have to say. I was a little shocked when I saw that number. I thought it was going to be down towards the bottom. So I was actually quite impressed. So I would say that they need to keep going. And McCarron was a part of that. I did forget to mention a player before. I just remembered Joel Erikssonek. He's been he's a pest. He loves it. He, like I said in the last series, he has supposedly the most punchable face in the league. So if he can antagonize Colorado a little bit and get maybe some penalties without getting hurt, because he got hit last night, I think. He fell awkwardly, but he came back. And I'm just like, okay, every time he walks down the tunnel, it's like 3 weeks. But he came back. I'm sorry. At this point, it's like Rodin and Eck are the two that it's like, when they get hurt, good luck having them come back. I mean, to give Eck credit, he did try to – sorry, I had a fly in front of me. He did try to play on a broken leg once, so I can't fault him too much. The man does try.
That was last playoffs.
That was against Dallas, I think.
Yeah.
The last time. Yeah, he tried, and they're like, yeah, no, good. You need to go. But he's been kind of I don't want to say quiet, but I feel like he has some more in him that might be good against the Avs, because he gets right in the goalie's face and stays there.
I think he could be an X factor. I mean, he does fall in this category. I think he can be an X factor in this series for sure. Especially, I mean, he's that great two-way player that can, add offense and, of course, shut players down too. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, star power for both sides. I mean, looking at the season series itself, it's pretty even. Both teams can blow each other out and play a tight game. So we don't know what could happen. We'll see. All right. Series MVP. Now, you can go multiple areas here, because there's a lot of the stars that could be MVPs. But Zach, who would you pick as a series MVP?
Yeah, because there's so many guys I can go with on this Avalanche team, but you know what? Give me the goalie. Give me Scott Wedgwood. Shut the door.
Yeah. All right. Mariah, who would you have?
I was gonna go Jesper Wallstedt. Wallstedt. I say his name incorrectly. But I feel like he's an obvious one, because he was their MVP, I would say, against Dallas.
Yeah.
Normally I go Kirill, but this is a difficult one. I think it's a tie between Boldy and Quinn.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, I'm still partial to Quinn Hughes, so I'm gonna pick Quinn Hughes as series MVP. He stepped up in that final game. It's like, where were you when the Canucks in the playoffs? He was playing hurt. I'll give him that. He was playing really good.
I mean, someone said, one of my friends tweeted out, "Thanks, Vancouver, for Quinn Hughes." Like, just keep rubbing it in. Why don't you?
Yeah. I mean,
just twist this a little bit deeper.
I think the Canucks have a similar. I mean, Steve Bouillon, I think is going to be. He's already shown a lot.
You guys got some good young talent.
I think he's going to step in those shoes eventually. But yeah, Quinn Hughes he's here now and he's great. So I think he's going to be really key in this Avalanche series, because if it's going to be back and forth, that's right in his wheelhouse. So we'll see how that goes. All right, series predictions. I see we're talking about being tight. I think this is going to be a long series. Zach, where are you going for what predictions here?
Well, apparently my Avs in 5 didn't really work out too well for the Kings series, and I think this is gonna be a little bit tougher. I could see this going 7 if the Wild really want to get wild in this series, but I don't know. I think Colorado's going to bring the Avalanche to these guys, and they're going to get it done in 6.
All right. Avs in 6. Mariah, what are you going?
The puns. Oh my goodness.
There's a lot in there.
So I said, I think originally for Dallas, I was thinking 6, but then I went 7 because I'm like, So I wasn't horrible. I was not terribly off.
No, you were really close.
I think I'm going to go the same. Originally, I'd say 6, but if they really match up evenly, 7, and I'm, of course, going to say the Wild because we got out of the first round. There's no stopping us now. There better not be. Let me back it up a little bit.
All right. I like always, if it's a tight series, I'm going 7, and when it happens, I'm right. So it's so it goes. So 7 games. I'm going the Wild. I think the Wild. This is their time. I'm not predicting Stanley Cup yet because I don't know the matchups. The next one, because you don't know. But if they get by the Avalanche, I think they are a pretty big favorite. When you're looking at the other teams that are going to come out of the other places here, I don't think the Ducks have a real chance. I mean, they had they played against the Edmonton pretty well, so you don't know. Utah, Golden Knights, I don't know. I think the Wild have probably the favorites. They get by the Avs, so I'm going Wild in 7. So we'll see. All right, should be a fun series. I think they're, like we've mentioned, lots of star power on both sides. Goaltending has been good in both the first round, so I mean, you're not looking at a weakness there. You're going to have good goaltending. Great defense, not just defensively, but offensively for both sides as well. So 2 good coaches going against each other. Yeah, it's going to be a good series for the second round. So thanks, Zach. Thanks, Mariah, for coming on. As always.
I had to show my hat.
Oh, yeah, there's extra thing there.
So for those who follow my account, do so. There's a meaning behind this hat. It was for Jesse. And I would want to say that one more time. I'm not going to go into it again, but they won the first round because Jessie is watching, and I'm hoping she still is in the second round.
Sure she is. Yeah. We'll look. Well, no problem. We'll look forward to this series because, like I say, it should be a fun one. Lots of skill, lots of speed, lots of everything. So make sure to check out everything at thehockeywriters.com. We got great articles from both Zach and Mariah. Zach mostly Hurricanes. But I'm sure you'll jump in for the Avs as well. But we'll see who's going to join me for the third time when we do our next series preview. But until our next one, we will see you next time.